Hi everybody, welcome back to Nanny's Reborn Nursery. This is the same day that I done my video for Theme Thursday for the coronation of King Charles III. But I just decided, since that video was short, I wanted to come in here and I am going to re-weight Caroline's head. It's way too heavy. I can't do nothing with her. Her head's just too heavy. It bobbles over. I may not put any glass beads in her head at all. It may just be all stuffing, so to speak. And speaking of, I didn't bring none in here with me. So y'all keep an eye on her just 1 minute and I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I think I've got just the right amount. Just the right amount. I'll set that there. Okay. Now I'm burning up, so let me clean my glasses off. Okay, here we go. So never fear, friends, aunties and uncles. This won't hurt. I love this girl so much. Oh, I'm telling you, I do. Now, I'm not, I'll have a hard time showing you all just exactly what I'm doing, but if you've been collecting, if you've been in the doll collecting very long at all, you pretty much know. So, I'm just going to clip this, as long as I don't get that material. Clipping this little, tie. Whoop! How'd y'all like that? Poor Caroline. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, let's see here. How does she look? Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, I'm thinking that she will probably set up just fine once I get some of this weight out of her head. I'm going to take her bod, her beautiful bod, and I'm going to set that over there. And I'm going to start pulling this stuffing out. It's just way too much. I told my artist I wanted her weighted heavy, and that's fine. She does a great job on my baby. She knows what I want. It's just that I wasn't paying really, all that much attention. Wasn't thinking about it at the time, about how hard it would be, since Caroline is such a big baby anyway. She's the Sandy sculpt by I can't remember. Anyway, y'all know how I am. But anyway, she's the Sandy sculpt. But lost my track of thinking now. But yeah, she weighted her down for me really well, and that's what I like. I like a baby to feel weighted and feel appropriately their age, when you pick them up and you go to handle them. But Caroline's head is just, it's just way too heavy. And I know it's the bag of glass beads in here, which I will more than likely take completely out. And, let's see. It's something to, where's one of my little hands? Let's try this. I'll probably take it completely out, because she just won't, these bigger babies won't, they just don't pose right. If you don't, if you get that head too heavy, and I try to remember that, but I always forget. I always forget it. Now, popping the head on and taking the head off and putting it back on, that's the easy part. Right here's what's such a pain in the rear end, is digging all this stuffing out, especially when they have a big head, because the head is deep And you've got to dig deep to get to all of the stuffing, you know, the polyfill and the bag of glass beads. That bag of glass beads is the main thing I'm after. The polyfill don't weigh anything. Goodness. But yeah, I got there a little earlier when I realized that Caroline's head, or her hand rather, I'm sorry, my brain's preoccupied. When I realized her hand had that dark place on it, it kind of got me a little bit upset. Not bad. It's in a good place. If I was going to have any color fading, you know, at all of any kind, it's in a really good place. It being on the inside of the palm of her hand, and it's like I said, it does just sort of look like she fell down, and she just has a bruise. But my goodness. I will be a-sweating by the time I get all this out of here. Goodness. According to how long this takes me, I may or may not upload it. But I just thought, you know, it would make a fairly decent video. Especially for the ones, you know, that... Let me move this. Especially for the ones that maybe you've never done this before. Maybe you have. Most of you probably have. But, yeah. Put this tie down here so it don't get lost in all of the rubble. But, yeah, some of you may, you know, you may have done this several times. I don't know. Some may not, you know. But it's like I said, getting that head off and putting that head back on, piece of cake. And if Nanny can do it, I promise you anybody can. Anybody can do that. Oh my goodness. What a pain in the hiney. Oh my gosh. I had no clue that there was this much in her head. See, that's what... You never know. You never know what's in them babies till you open them up and... I'm going to go with the brush end. Aha. Well, what do you know? Look at that. Did y'all see that? Look, it's just a new... It's a new toothbrush. I've not used it. But look, it's got a brush on it. So therefore, look at that. I got the patent on this. Nobody can steal it from me. Gail of Susie Q's Happy Little Haven has the patent on the baggie. Nanny Lisa has the patent on the toothbrush and pulling out stuffing out of a baby's body. I win. I win the prize. Oh my goodness. Us dog keepers, I tell you what. Now let's see here what we can do. Uh-oh. Ladies, this may not be easy at all. Getting little glass beads that's coming through the sock. Or the, you know, the hose, the pantyhose, tights, whatever it be. I just hope I don't tear it. That's the main thing that I'm worried about. Work with me. Come on, girl. I have to be careful not squeeze too hard around the eye area. Her eyes could come unglued and pop out on me. Okay, you guys, give me just a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to have to go to another drastic measure here. Just 1 minute. Okay, I'm coming. I had to get me a Ziploc bag. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But what I'm going to have to do is take these scissors, and I'm going to have to cut this hose, because I'm not going to be reusing it anyway. And if I need another one, I've got another one. There goes the glass beads. Okay. And you want to keep those glass beads, ladies. You got to keep those. Keep them, because you can always reuse them later. What in the world? You know what I think? I'm wondering if, I believe I'm correct in saying this, but I believe this stocking, the hose that these glass beads were in, I'm thinking that it has gotten into the glue where her hair has been glued on up here, and it has stuck and glued. Okay, like when an artist roots a baby's hair, once they get it all rooted, they go in and they take glue and they glue that hair down, okay? And once they do that, you let it dry. Then you go back in, and sometimes some artists will glue it again. And then I think what has happened is the glue has not gotten real good and dry. And then when my artist went to put in the bag of glass beads, and it, by the way, there wasn't very much weight taken out either. But when she went in to put the bag of glass beads in, it got stuck up in the top of her head, and it's glued. It's glued down in there, and it's not going to come out. So, not a big deal. A lot of the weight is out. A lot of the weight is out. I mean, that's quite a bit. That may not look like much, but guys, this is glass. So it's heavy. So, we are going to just poke this right back down in there, right back on top of where those beads were, the glass beads. We're not doing any glass beads on the in the head, because it's just too heavy. That was like with Maggie. Y'all can go back and look at one of my videos. One of my first videos with Maggie. Go back and you can look at it and see where, and be careful too, by the way, you guys. When you're poking that back down in there, don't get up here in the front. Be careful about those eyes, because you don't want to mess with the glue in those eyes. But anyway, as I was saying, Maggie, her head was extremely heavy. I mean, that poor girl, she could not set up for love nor money. It was terrible. And she came from a Russian artist. And, yeah, I had to take her head off. And her head was glued down. She had a ring. She had a ring, and still does. She still does have a ring. But her head was glued down. it was glued down onto the top of the ring. I know, it's hard to imagine that, but anyway, it was. And got a little bit of glass beads in that beautiful hair. Yes, you do. Put just a little bit more. But yeah, I had to redo her head as well. So yeah, you don't want to get these dolls' head too squishy. You want to make sure and put plenty of polyfill back in, because if you don't, you're risking things coming loose, like eyes, you know, just all kinds of stuff. Okay, that's all I'm going to put. I'm going to put this stuffing, this extra stuffing, back in this bag, because I can use it later. What's wrong, Ollie? Ollie's laying down here at the base of the baby changing table. He's laying down there like, Mommy, what's wrong? Let's see. I'm going to try this, you guys. And it's like I said, if I've still got it, I've got to clean off my glasses again. If I've still got it too heavy, then I can always make sure this part, so that part's sticking up, make sure that's always goes toward the outside. But if this is a bust, if this doesn't work out, then you just feed this back through here, by the way. You just feed it right back through, put it back through the little eye, pull it down just a little bit, give yourself plenty of room to get that head back on. But if it's a bust, I can always take it back off and redo it. No, Lisa, you can't do that. Okay, now, I felt like that was too much right up there at the top. Okay, now, see, once you get that through, once you get that fed back through there, and you put it through the little thing, then you just look at it, make sure you've got all your stuff, and you just kind of work it back and forth. And get it in that groove on that neck. Tighten it down. About got it too tight. Her head's still going to fall over. But that's a whole lot better than what it was. A whole lot better. Okay. Now I got that clipped off. Now let's see. Let's get this little tiny pieces of glass cut out of your, or not cut out, shoot, picked out. She's just a girl with some bangs. That's all there is to it. Brush your hair back down a little bit. I'll use this one. My other brushes, I packed them. They're still in a bag that I packed to take with me to the cabin. my goodness, that like to wore me out. Let's see. 20 minutes. Yeah, that ain't bad. It's not too bad. But yeah, my other little brushes, they're still packed away. I've not unpacked them yet. That right there tells you about how much I've been doing since I've been home. I'm tired. I'm extremely tired. I don't know what my deal is, but I am. I'm just so tired. Maybe it's the transition in my medications. I don't know. Okay, now let's see how this works. She's still floppy-headed. Now that's for sure. She still has a floppy head, don't you, sweetheart? See, look at it. It's just, but it's better. Like I said, it's a lot better. Much better than what it was. You know, I was watching a YouTube video here the other day, and it was saying, which kind of flipped me out, but it was saying not to brush your baby's hair unless you just absolutely have to. And especially if it's a silicone, because every time you brush it, you just pull it out a little bit longer and a little bit longer, and eventually it just pulls completely out. So, oh, Miss Caroline, she's having problems. She really is. But it's like I said, she's a lot lighter in her head now than what she was. She's much better. She needs a neck brace, don't you? Huh? Or a ring, and maybe a neck ring? I'm not really sure. But, I mean, she's cute as a button. And it's, I mean, her arms are heavy and her legs are heavy, but that has nothing to do with it. Makes me wonder if maybe she didn't, maybe I should have put a whole lot more stuffing up here. Reckon that was it? But it already looked like she was stuffed so full. Maybe that's it, you guys. I don't know. I'll work it out. But anyway, here's this sweet precious girl. That's all I'm going to put her through for one day. That's all I'm going to put myself through for one day. I've had it. But anyway, God bless you all. I'm going to let you go. I will get back with you on Caroline, and I'll let you know how she's doing. She may need one extra surgery. I may have to pop that head right back off and stuff that body down with more stuff, and I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. Anyway, God bless you all, and thank you for hanging out with me in this crazy nanny world here. God bless you all. Bye.